guys, Erica with a K here. Today's video is going to be on cold cap. Because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I wanted to do a video on cold caps. Cold caps is something that I heard about a long time ago and I've been wanting to do a video on it and I just didn't really know when it would be appropriate. My channel is very much a random channel and I wanted to just kind of take my reach, I guess. We have almost 6,000 subscribers on the channel and I just kind of wanted to give you guys some information on something that is important in our lives or that is important to some maybe more than others. So this is something that I face as a hairstylist all the time. I have clients that are breast cancer survivors. I have clients who are just diagnosed with breast cancer. I have clients whose family members have breast cancer. The stats for breast cancer are alarming, but not only breast cancer, any kind of cancer, where the cold caps are used to maintain your hair during chemo. So a lot of people who I know have the issue of, well, I'm gonna lose my hair, and that is a priority to some people and I respect that. And so this video is to help those of you who have your hair as a priority, or maybe it's never been a priority to you before in your life, but now that you're faced with, I might lose my hair, maybe it's become a priority for you, and that's okay too. So I wanted to talk about cold caps. So please take a second to look them up. COLDCAPS. I have it in front of me right here. I am going to be referencing this. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not affiliated with cold caps. This is literally an information video because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and I want to help you guys and I want to give my information to you guys. Maybe you guys just have never heard of this before and that's okay too. So if there is somebody that you know who has breast cancer, who has to go through chemo and who's worried about losing their hair, or maybe is acting like they're not worried, but really, you know, deep down they are worried, please send this video. Even if you don't know somebody, there's 1 in 8 women who are diagnosed with breast cancer, and there are other cancers, obviously, that women face, and men as well. So just share this video, get the information out there, get the word out there. It doesn't hurt to share a video. So the first thing that I wanna say is cold caps have to be used before your first chemo appointment. Also, cold caps are not gonna have the same results for everybody. So cold caps, and there's also a cooling system. What they do is it's kind of like a helmet that you put on your head and you do it 20 to 50 minutes before, during, and after. So during each chemotherapy session, you're gonna put the cap on your head for 20 to 50 minutes. The amount of times that you use it, how long you have to use it, everything like that would be dependent on you as an individual. And that is stuff that I don't know what you as an individual would be, but that is something, that information is available to you for your specific life. Much what this does is it freezes the hair follicle and it helps it for your hair not to fall out. So it's just freezing your hair follicle. They're chilled between -15 to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. And the system works by narrowing the blood vessels beneath the skin of the scalp, reducing the amount of chemotherapy medicine that reaches the hair follicles. With less chemotherapy medicine in the hair follicles, the hair may be less likely to fall out. The cold caps also decrease the activity of hair follicles, which slows down cell division and makes follicles less affected by the chemotherapy medicine. Okay, so there's cold caps and then there's also scalp cooling system. I know that I've had a lot of people who have had success with cold caps. I don't know much about the scalp cooling system, so I can't speak for that, but if it's out there, it's worth getting all the information that you can. So the difference between them is that the cold caps are similar to ice packs where they need a freezer. So a lot of patients will rent out the freezer and the caps. Cold caps thaw out during a chemotherapy infusion session and need to be replaced with a new cap every 30 minutes. So during the session, every 30 minutes, you have to put a new cap on your head. Some of the brands are Penguin, Chemo cold caps, and Elastogel. And those are some of the names of the brands of cold caps. So in the cooling system, which is something I really don't know much about, I'm just getting this information off this website, is the cap is attached to a small refrigeration machine that circulates coolant. So the cap only has to be fitted once and doesn't need to be changed during chemotherapy. So that would be the difference. The cold caps have to be replaced every 30 minutes and this does not. The scalp cooling system, such as a DigniCap system and a Paxman system, are purchased by a cancer treatment center and people are charged to use the system while receiving chemotherapy. Because caps are so cold, women get a headache while wearing the caps. Most women get very cold, so it makes sense to dress warmly and bring blankets if you decide to use the cold caps because they're so cold. Women who use the cold caps or scalp cooling system during chemotherapy are advised to baby their hair during the treatment. So this is very important. So there's no blow drying, hot rollers, straightening iron, curling iron, nothing to your hair while you're receiving this treatment. Shampoo your hair every third day with cold water and use a gentle shampoo. No coloring until 3 months after chemotherapy is done, and then gently combing and brushing only. So the cost of the caps varies depending on the manufacturer, the number of chemotherapy sessions you'll be having, and the number of months you'll be using the caps. Some users have said the cost of the caps are comparable to having to get a wig made. Your insurance might cover the renting of the caps, so that is something to look into. So this is just a side note. I have not heard any of these kind of effects, but I have to give you guys the information. It's important to know that some doctors are concerned that the caps may prevent the chemotherapy medicine from reaching cancer cells that may be in the scalp. The rate of how often these work for women is about 50 to 65%. I think it's worth trying it if you have not had chemo yet. Before your first chemotherapy session, please look into either cold caps or the scalp cooling system. I will leave all of this linked below in case you guys just want to read the information for yourself. I know some people like to hear it and some people like to read it. This is none of my personal information. All of this can be found from the breastcancer.org. Heard of cold caps before? I've seen the success rate of them, and I recommend them to all my clients who have friends, family, themselves battling breast cancer or any kind of cancer. I always recommend it if I ever hear of somebody who has any kind of cancer. I'm just literally giving you the information because I feel like I have a reach big enough that hopefully people will share this video and more people will find out about it. If you're gonna make it through, you don't know if you're gonna lose your breast. You don't know if you're ever gonna see your family again. You don't know if you're gonna have your hair at the end of this. It's all very traumatizing for people. So the little bit of knowledge that I have on this, I just thought I would make this video to try to help. So I hope that this video does help somebody out there. If you guys have had success with either the cold caps or the scalp cooling system, please leave your comments down below. Even if you guys haven't had success with it, but you guys know of somebody, maybe you still lost your hair after it, that's okay too. It's good for everybody to have all kinds of information to make an educated decision. That is how we make educated decisions, is getting all the information and then making a decision based on that. This isn't meant to be a biased video or anything like that. This is meant to literally give you the information. So I will definitely have the link below of where I got all this information from. And again, please pass this on to people that you know. I think it'll help. I hope it will help. And yes, my hair is pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, all right, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Until next time, work hard, dream big, eat cake. Bye, guys.